with the terms you should or you should not. That's part of the New Age bunk agenda to tell you should never point a finger at anyone else and say you're engaging in something that you should not be. Because why? Oh, that wounds their little precious ego? So you don't want to say anything about it ever? Nonsense. That's another false religion called the New Age movement. Never ever talk about the negative or threaten someone else's belief system. Oh, because the ego reacts, right? Well, you know what? Maybe that's the whole problem. Maybe people aren't speaking enough about the truth and about what's right. And then other people just think, oh, there's hardly any reaction to this. There's hardly any blowback to this. So I'm just going to continue this practice unabated. No one's really calling me out on it. That's the problem, folks. We don't call each other out on our bullshit. That's the problem. This New Age notion of just letting people do all the harm that they want, never say anything to them, never bring up the negative, never call somebody on the things they should not be doing is nonsense. Nonsense. And anybody teaching that is a false spiritual teacher. So I call this argument the false religion justification, because it's coming from these completely erroneous notions of religion and even what their own books have told them. And yeah, you can find contrary things to the quote I just read you out of Genesis. Fine, you're going to find contradiction in the Bible. Want to know why? It's a man-written book. Again, to justify human agendas. And they put a lot of spiritual truths in it so that people would accept it, but also in doing so accept the other stuff that they were throwing in the mix. So the next argument, the next justification in favor of carnism. Don't worry, this one was killed humanely. Let's think about that. Just think about these words. Killed humanely. I can't figure this one out. Let's try it again. Killed humanely. Yeah. These are complete antitheses of each other. They're diametric opposites. Treating someone humanely does not involve killing them. So these are polar opposite words, and yet you're using them back to back in the same sentence, trying to get them to mean the same thing. I call this, it's not what I call it, it's Orwellian doublespeak. So this is the 1984 doublespeak justification. You could put two diametrically opposing words together and then in your cognitive dissonance attempt to get them to mean the same thing. Killed humanely. Right. Keep believing that, folks. Keep believing that. Because killing is a humane practice. It can be done in a humane way, right? You're taking someone else's life without their consent, but you could do it in a humane way. Keep believing that. Keep lying to yourself, in other words.